Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss the application of Fourier's law to the case of hollow sphere. Previously we have applied this Fourier's law of conduction to the hollow cylinder. In a similar manner, firstly we will understand the physics of hollow sphere, then we will develop mathematics out of it. So this is the hollow sphere that we are discussing about. It will have some internal radius R1 and it will have some external radius R2. Temperature at internal radius will be T1 and temperature at external radius or outer surface will be T2. K is the conductivity of material of the sphere. On the basis of this, we already have our basic equation that conduction heat transfer by Fourier's law is minus Ka into dt by dx. Now we need to modify this general equation suitable to this particular geometry and these particular conditions. Let us see how it is done. Thermal conductivity K is a constant parameter, no need to change that. But area of the sphere, as we know, area of the sphere, it is given as 4 pi r square. In this case, 4 is constant, pi is constant, only r is a variable quantity, the quantity that changes. For internal surface, area will be 4 pi r1 square and for external surface, area will be 4 pi r2 square, which means area for a sphere is not a constant quantity. So we can write area for a sphere is not a constant quantity. On the other hand, we can say that in a mathematical term, we are converting physics into mathematics. Area of sphere is function of r. It is directly changing with r, and that's why we need to take that into account when we are performing the integration. So now we will also understand about the directional coordinate. For the plane ball, x was x only, that was the directional coordinate. It was progressing in the direction of thickness. In this case, the directional coordinate x is nothing but radius. Whatever is changing, whatever the physics is changing, it is changing in the direction of radius. That's why in this case x corresponds to radius r, and that's why change in x is nothing but change in r. That's why dr. So ultimately, because of this, we can write the temperature gradient, which was generally written as dt by dx, it will transform to dt by dr. So now we have developed all the physical understanding. We can now convert it into mathematics. So let us proceed. We have our general equation. It will now be transformed as equation for sphere. It is equal to minus Ka dt by dr. We will rearrange the terms properly so that we get heat transfer from sphere multiplied by dr. It is equal to minus K, area is 4 pi r square multiplied by dt. We need to understand one thing over here. This r is a parametric r. It is a variable. We can substitute various values into it. That's why r, r1, r2, all these are different quantities. Now we have our basic general equation ready for integration. So we will integrate this. So how do we apply the limits of integration? We will integrate dr and we will keep everything else aside. Actually we should write it like this, dr upon r square, and on the right hand side minus k into 4 pi into integration of dt. Now we will understand that physics is changing between r1 and r2, the temperature is changing between t1 and t2. So the limits of integration for r, r1 to r2, and for temperature t1 to t2. Now this is very similar to integration of 1 upon x square with respect to x itself. So we know that its answer will be, we can integrate it like this, integration of r raised to minus 2 with respect to r itself. So ultimately this will be equal to r raised to minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1, and then we will apply the limits of integration. Ultimately this will give you r raised to minus 1 upon minus 1. So ultimately this will become minus 1 upon r. On the basis of this, we can directly write down our answer. So q sphere multiplied by कर लेंगे, ठीक है. So now we will substitute this integration properly so that we can solve it. So we get q sphere into integration of 1 upon r square with respect to dr itself is minus 1 upon r within the limits r1 to r2. It is equal to minus 4 pi k. Integration of dt is only t, so that gives us t1 to t2. Now we will substitute the limits of integration, so that gives us q sphere multiplied by minus 1 upon r2 and minus 1 upon r1, so that becomes plus 1 upon r1. It is equal to minus 4 pi k in bracket t2 minus t1. Now we will rearrange this term and we will absorb this negative sign inside the bracket. So what do we? So now we will extend this into one step. What we get here is that q for sphere into 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. On the right hand side we have minus 4 pi k multiplied by t2 minus t1. Now we will properly organize this term, so that gives us r2 minus r1 upon r1 r2, and this will be equal to 4 pi k. We will absorb this negative sign now into the bracket t1 minus t2. So finally what we come up is with the final analytical formula. So the heat transfer from the sphere is equal to 4 pi k r1 and r2 on that side divided by r2 minus r1 multiplied by t1 minus t2, or in simplest terms we can write it will be 4 pi k r1 r2 delta t, whatever is the delta t for that particular geometry and for that particular condition, upon r2 minus r1. This is the analytical formula that we are interested in to determine heat transfer from a sphere. So it gives us combined effect of all the parameters which can contribute towards the heat transfer. Ultimately it tells us that this difference is automatically accommodated whatever be the limits of integration. When we apply correct physical understanding into mathematics, we get the final equation. Thank you.